Oh, I can see some slight drizzle on my windscreen right now, as you can see. So I hope I reach my coffee point before it starts pouring heavily. It's okay even if it pours heavily. Good morning, guys. One more ride on the highway today. Well, as always, I've started late. It's a solo ride I'm doing. Primarily want to check whether my GoPro setting where I try to remove the wind noise is going to work effectively or not. Because in my past videos I've been seeing wind noise in my videos, or rather hearing wind noise in my videos. So I made some changes to the GoPro based on certain recommendations, and I want to see if that's going to work today. And normally you will find the wind noise in the videos a little intruding actually when I'm doing speeds of 100 plus, right? So today I said, okay, I made some changes, let's go for a spin with this beast and see if the setting changes that I did for the GoPro actually works or not, right? It's a bright sunny morning, 30 degrees temperature. It's 9:30 in the morning. As always, late Latif, Mr. Rux. Well, yeah, it's not warm, but I'm sure with the sun shining bright over me, it's gonna get warm very soon. But at the moment, as I said, it's about 29-30 degrees, which is warm if you really ask me in its actual sense. But yeah, the breeze is pretty cool, so I'm not finding anything burning from inside at the moment. Okay, I'm on the highway now. Let me know how my voice is. I'm going to test it back before I release the video, obviously, right? But anyways, I'm hoping that my voice is not muffled. Yeah, I'm doing almost about, you can see it on the speedometer, 100 plus kilometers. Very confidently, very confidently. Well, I've done about what I started at 1955 on the Odo. It's 81 now, which is about 26 kilometers so far. Not bad. I didn't see how long it's taken. Yeah, it took me about what, about 35 minutes or so to cover 26 kilometers. Guys and girls, please, if I can ask all of you to subscribe to my channel, which is called AKS Creations or Ux Creations. Now, I had a Ninja 1000 SX, right? The new model with a single side silencer and everything else, you know. On that bike, the moment I do about 110, I would feel a little uncomfortable. Is it just me? Maybe it's just my thought. 110, 120. You know, I do feel a little bit uncomfortable on it, saying, oh God, is this bike going to be stable? Am I going to break it on time, etc, etc? I don't know why. I'm not saying this bike I started feeling very comfortable right from day one, but now it's been a while on this bike, and you know, doing that 120, 130, you know, there's absolute breeze because I don't feel stressed out. In that bike, the moment I do more than 120, I would start feeling stressed out. But on this bike, you know, even if I push it beyond 120, 130, 140, I don't feel scared, and I'm not too sure why. Maybe it's just it's my personal opinion, right, or my personal feeling. It's not necessarily applies to everybody, because I've seen, I mean, how BMW has engineered the bike like this, I'm really not too sure how they must have done this. But it's a superbly engineered bike, and one of the things I must tell you about the BMW is it is expensive, and but you pay a lot for the money that you pay, a lot. Is it worth every penny you pay? Probably not, because BMW can do a little more to ensure that people get their money's worth, right? A little more they could actually do. Give me a reverse gear, man, for this bike. The reason is because the bike gets so bulky at times that pulling it backwards becomes a challenge. And most importantly, guys, can BMW not give me a spare key? I just have one key fob. That's about it. I find it very weird that you got one key fob. And there are a couple of more things that I think the BMW should give. They should have given, you know, proper bash plates, and they should have given certain amount of accessories to protect this bike on the rough terrain that you're going to always ride, right? I don't know why BMW has cut corners there, but On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high on value for money, I would probably rate it at about 7.5, as I said, because there are corners that BMW has cut which could have otherwise been given. I don't know why it did that, but nevertheless, I'm hoping BMW is listening to the feedback, and if you're going to roll out the key fob piece, guys, BMW, please do it retrospective. Don't do it prospective, saying, okay, going forward to give you 2 keys. I mean, game is a hard one for people who are owning this bike here. Okay, Srinagar, Nagpur, Nizamabad, Tupran. I would love to ride my way off to Srinagar, man. I would love to. You know, despite such a tall windscreen that I've got, you know, the wind blast, you can feel it. What, I've got my seat to the higher position, so I mean, I still do tiptoeing on my toes, but it gives me a lot of comfort on the highway because my knees are less bent. And if I were to stand, you know, I don't really need to be standing from almost parallel to the seat because it's slightly elevated, so standing becomes very easy for me. Ooh. Thank you my dear friend for putting the indicator on. Stand up. I've been sitting for almost about, what, an hour I think, yeah. Welcome back, guys. I didn't want to record all the riding that I was doing. I was also doing slightly higher speeds, didn't want to record them on the camera. So I'm back again. It was bright and sunny, right? It's getting a bit cloudy right now. I don't know if it's raining on the other side of the city, but had a blast actually today on the ride. Literally a blast. So I was trying to test my endurance, so I've done one way 100 and traveling back 50 when I take a break. So I want to check if I can actually ride for about 150-200 kilometers at a stretch without a break, right? That's the plan. So I did a stretch of 100 from my home, and of course I switched off the camera in the middle because I was doing slightly higher speeds, and I stopped at the 100-kilometer mark, got down, had a sip of water, got back on the saddle again and started moving after taking a few pictures and a short video for the Instagram reel. And I'm now doing back, and I want to stop on the Cape Coffee Day on the way. So that would mean almost for 150 kilometers without a break. Oh, I can see some slight drizzle on my windscreen right now, as you can see. So I hope I reach my coffee point before it starts pouring heavily. It's okay, even if it pours heavily, I'm going to get drenched and go home today. That's okay. I've decided for that. Definitely the wind has become cooler than what it was in the morning. It could be because it's raining on the other side of the city. So basically, I think if you're doing a long ride, even I'm going to do a long ride very, very soon in the near future. After every 100 kilometers, take a break. A proper good break in the sense like eat something. If you're carrying, let's say, a protein bar, have a protein bar. If there's a coffee stall, have a coffee. You know, splash water on your face, stretch a bit. If there's a bench, just lie down. Get a little comfy, give a 20 minutes break, 20-25 minutes break. Energize yourself, hit the road again, get the next 100 going. I've done about 150 kilometers non-stop now. That's what my odometer says. I took a coffee break, feeling absolutely energized. And now when I was sitting in the Cape Coffee Day, I just saw 2 bikes, look like Harley. So thank you, I have company. I'm not the only guy who's riding in the middle of the afternoon. It's not. Okay, welcome guys and girls. I'm back in the town right now. It is getting hot, 33 degrees. You know what I wanted to talk today a little bit while I'm going to reach home in a couple of minutes maybe, is that anybody who's buying or planning to buy a bike like this, right, which is an adventure tourer, weighs anywhere between 240 to 250 kilos, which is quite heavy, okay? If you're buying this, my honest suggestion to all of you, is if you're not going to the gym, please start going to the gym. Okay, and if you're going to the gym and you're skipping your leg day, I would suggest do your leg day properly, because to ride this bike you have to be equally fit as well. Now, just to ensure that I get good comfort while riding, I've actually moved the seat from a low position to a high position, right? So what happens with that is that I don't get firm grip on the ground because I tiptoe a bit. So when you put it on the side stand and then you get on the bike and now you have to kind of, you know, move it away from the side stand and on both your legs or both your toes, it's a mighty task, right? In the sense, you need good strength in your legs. If you want to ride for a long distances, it's very, very important that you make your core strong. Okay, core strong you could make by jogging, running, deadlifts, whatever you want to do, right? And the fact is, God forbid if this bike has a fall, in the sense you're doing off-roading, or normally it would fall during off-riding. Off-roading I've seen. To lift this bike, there's a technique for it, but it's like a nightmare almost if you're not using the right technique. And I think when you're using the right technique also, you need to have good amount of strength, right? So the way you actually lift this bike, you would see a lot of videos. I'm not going to do it again, but basically it's a sort of a deadlift that you're doing, if you know what I mean by deadlift, but you got the weight behind you. Okay, so you're going to put your back against the bike and then plant your foot on the ground and then lift it up, right? So that's a technique, and the technique is brilliant. The fact is that if you are not physically strong, if you don't have the core and the leg strength, it is going to be a nightmare, and you might even injure yourself if you're not doing it correctly. But I hope there is a way to get out. So confidently you've gotten. I'm sure there's a way to get out, and also the point is that my seat is in high position, man, so I've got to be really careful. This is a bit of off-roading today, yaar. I mean, this bike is meant for off-roading, to be honest, but you can see I'm doing a bit of off-roading already today. You could see how fast I could make the seat change, right, from high to low. Okay guys, I'm almost home now. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy time with your family. Don't take life very seriously. Chill. Until we speak again, take care. Bye.